Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hit. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hit. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hit. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hit. Scalp or die. The thrills uncharted, never pretend.
So good. That song is so good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We are Friday. Scalping or dying. Trying to scalp a little bit of NAS over here. 1400 is my target. Teasing me over here on the ladder. Let's see if we can lift it out here for me. 14. Come on. Lift me. Nope. I guess it's not going to lift me. All right. I'm just going to have to stay patient on this trade. Oh, so close. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. First order of business. Do not forget that we have like literally 1 or 2 days left for the 90% discount sale. That's only with wealth charts. Here's this special code for anybody who wants to get the discount. I just pasted it in the room right over here. Let me show the comments over here too. Do not forget this. This is only wealth charts to be able to get the 90% discount. Everybody who got the wealth charts package from me yesterday, who got the coaching package from me yesterday, you've been all enabled for both wealth charts and TradingView, assuming you give me the right code for TradingView. But for wealth charts, I am told is correct. Code is wrong. BK save 90. Fabio, the code is wrong. Let's check. Let's go to Apex. Let's see if we can get the 90%. I'm gonna log in. Hang on, I gotta get the authenticator. Okay. 473721. 473721. Confirm. My screen says BK save. Did I not? It says BK save 90. No. BK save 90. What does it say? What do you say that? It's BK save 90. Why do you say my screen says BK save this? How can you access wealth charts? You can buy the package. You can just buy Apex right here. What is this updated promise? Okay, so let me show you how you do this, guys. This is how you get the wealth charts. You go into wealth charts, choose the 50K because that's the best account to get. Just type in the word BK save 90. Okay, let's make sure you get to do that. Just say click over here, next, and this thing becomes $16, right? I'm gonna take this off screen because I don't want to share my credit card information for the 50th time in the world, and I'm gonna buy it. Subscribe and pay. And we're good to go. All right. I just bought another account. You're going to see how fast that comes up on my screen. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, you guys are absolutely right. This is the side one is incorrect. Okay, hold on just 1 second. I gotta fix this. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, we're gonna take a second to fix this so that everybody has the right code. I totally forgot about that. Okay, hold on. Just bear with me a sec here, guys. It'll take a second. Meantime, you can watch the Nasdaq trade. Let's see how well. Let's see if that hits. We're still looking for that 114 on the Nasdaq. What the fuck? Okay, so just 1 sec. We're gonna try and find this. 70. 90% off. Okay. All right. Just give me one more sec here, guys. Download. Current page. I want to make sure transparent background. Download. All right. Just bear with me a couple more minutes. And I'm gonna get you the right code. Just 1 second. Okay. See? Code is correct now. Everybody's good? So you just want to use the word BK Save 90. Okay. Okay, it's like a whole bunch of comments which I totally ignored. Is it possible to use? Is it Dave Lupa? Is it possible to use TradingView to trade? It's possible to use TradingView. Yes, it's just that Wealth Charts gives you a bigger discount. You can use either one. What if I don't have Wealth Charts? I have TradeStation NinjaTrader. You're shit out of luck, Steven. You can use the regular BK Save code. That will give you 80% off. You can use NinjaTrader, and they'll give you 80% off. No, this is going to go away like literally this weekend. It's a special offer for Wealth Charts subscribers only. This 90% offer. Okay. That's why I'm giving you this opportunity to go out there and get it. Just get like 5-10 accounts, so that you can use them throughout the month. Really valuable. We're going to trade CPI next week. We're going to try and fund off of CPI. We have PPI. We're going to try and fund off of that. We may even try. I just bought this account here. We'll see if we can get U of M funded. I mean, I don't know if U of M is going to be volatile enough, but we'll give it a shot. So it's a really good opportunity to trade this. Yeah, that's correct. It's 90% first month, but the assumption here is that you're going to use it in the first month. It's buy or die basically. Whoever actually runs an account without either funding or blowing it up into the second month, I don't know a single person. It's BK Save. Just remove the 90, Stephen. Just leave the 90 and you will get the BK Save. Okay, what is this? That's correct. Cheryl, you did the right job. You got the full 90% discount. Once you sign up, you will go to wealthcharts.com. You'll get a username and password on Apex, and you'll sign in and you'll get the platform. You just log in. It's a web-based platform, so it's totally loads for you. No, if you blow the account, you want to cancel because the renewal is going to be at 50% off, right? Not at 90% off. Like it just makes sense to cancel it. That's what I would do. Oh my God, this Nasdaq trade is like Nasdaq reminds me of gold. And gold reminds me of Nasdaq, meaning that like Nasdaq now has become slow as fuck, and gold has become the really great trade. Look at this. I could have made so much money in gold. Why did I even take this Nasdaq trade? What a fucking waste of my time. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes in this friggin' trade, and it hasn't moved 5 points. Oh my God, just kill me now. Look at this. Look at this clean gold. It could have been here. Could have been here. I could have been done already. Jesus. All right. We're gonna trade gold. I'm just like, Nasdaq is a waste of time at this point. It really is. What a useless freaking thing. I'm just gonna flatten myself out. I don't even want to bother with this thing. Fuck it. We're out. I want to cancel everything out. We're good to go. All right. We just took a little bit of an account. Really, the money, the focus, the opportunity is all in gold these days. In terms of the ability to be able to make $100 every 10 minutes, that's gold. Let's focus on that. Maybe NAS is gonna pop up, but I think NAS is clearly. Oh, really? I'm not sure. Santiago, you guys can investigate that for me, because I'm not the customer support guy when it comes to all this shit. I never really know the terms. I never really care about the terms. I only care about trading and making money. So you guys can investigate the best deals and then compare them with Kathy, who's the queen of coupons and always yells at me because I never look at coupons. I just focus on trading the markets. So you guys let me know, and I'm happy to defer to you. Anyways, good morning, everybody. How we doing? It's Ask Me Anything Friday. We are chilling. We got U of M consumer sentiment coming up at 10 o'clock. I don't really know if we're going to straddle this. I probably don't think we're going to straddle this. It's a bullshit event. And we'll save our straddles. A straddle is when we get in front of the news event, which we're going to do for sure on Wednesday, which is going to be CPI, and hope that the volatility of the news event takes us to profit on one account and we burn the other account, because we're going to go on both sides of the account. One of the great things about Apex is they let you do that to get funded. It's a very fast way and a very inexpensive way to get funded when you have 90% off. So, yeah. So Ben says renewal is 50% off. All right. Thank you, all the fine print lawyers. I fully expected not to hold. I fully expect to either convert this account into paid or burn it, and then get rid of it. So that's how you got to go in. It's $16, guys. You spend more on your cup of coffee these days. Stop obsessing about the terms. I literally, buy socks that are more expensive than that. So, anyways, let's focus on trying to find trades in gold. The very, very clean trade. I mean, this unfortunately, I don't have a trade right now because we missed the opportunity here in gold to get long. White dot, green dot confirms. Would have been long here. May have hit on the first target, but if we didn't, we would have averaged in at the second dollar down. Stop would have been over here. Would have made all of our targets. Would have been super easy. For now, gold clearly consolidating, trying to hold the 4,000 level. And we will, we'll see where it wants to go. I mean, we ran all the way down. I mean, they ran it all the way down below 39,700. Then Asia ran this all the way up, like right here. Here was the recovery around this. London basically they take it down to 39.70, and then London completely reverses the move. All these great, just easiest money in the world for us, right? White dot, followed by a green candle, green dot, boom, money. Just money, money, money. White dot, followed by a green candle, green dot, boom, money. Money. As you can see, I came online at around 5 in the morning. I took this trade. I took a couple of shorts because then there was some really good opportunity on the short side when it turned, and turned. And now I missed the longs on this side. Yesterday in coaching, I said something interesting. I said, to be a good day trader, we don't love the long side. We don't hate the short side. We just trade. And that's really what we do. We don't have an opinion on one side or the other side. We just look at the opportunity and take the opportunity as it comes to us. So in this case, the opportunity is have been both ways, but at least in the last hour and a half, they've been to the downside. Now it looks like we're holding the 4,000. Maybe we have some opportunities to the to the upside. We just have to wait for my process, wait for my setup, and the gold ticker is GCZ. Okay, let me show you how you pick this up. You're in wealth charts, and you just type in GC. Just type in. You don't have to do anything. GCZ, and it will automatically say gold December 2025. That's the one you want to be trading. GCZ, and click on that, and the chart will appear as a gold chart. Okay, if you want the micro version of this, that's the small contract. It's MGCZ. Okay, oops, sorry. Yeah, micro gold over here. And you just choose that and you'll get the micro gold. For Nasdaq, the call letters are NQZ. Z is the December month. 80 mini December 25. And for the micros, it's MNQZ. Okay, micro MNZ. So those are the call letters, for all the letters. I actually think, I got to make a little. I realized, like, the most obvious is actually the most valuable. I'm going to make a little beautiful card, like maybe an Insta card or an X card that just says the contract name, which is GC or NQ or ES, and then the month name, because you have in equities it's every 3 months. In gold, it's literally like every month. You have new months coming up. Oh, look, our Nasdaq reversed to the downside, so it was a good thing I got rid of this crappy little trade here. 08. Wow, it was so slow. Holy cow. All right, I really don't even want to look at Nasdaq because it looks like it's a deceptively big move, but it literally is. Look at this move. It's 8 to 96. It's like a 10-point move range. Very, very, very quiet. Not really a trade we want. How do you change the color of the dots? You shouldn't. Why do you want to change the color of the dots, Neil? They're there for a purpose. They're there for you to read. You can change anything you want if you go into the indicator. I believe I don't know. You go into like this. Sorry, you click on this plus sign. You click BFF dots, and then you can do whatever the hell you want as far as colors and stuff like that. That's up to you, okay? But you shouldn't be doing anything. You should not be doing anything with your indicator, especially if you don't know how to trade the indicator, until you've done this my way for about a month and a half. All right. So leave it alone. Don't tweak it around. The white dots in mine are black. Are you not? You should be in dark mode, my friend. Just go to dark mode. Choose dark mode. You're probably in light mode. Just choose dark mode. Tell me if that works. If you're colorblind, you do. That's a good point, Lloyd. I actually hadn't thought about it. That's actually a legit point. All right, so just to change that, that's Lloyd makes a good point, which I haven't thought about. So where are the parameters, right? These are parameters. Where are all the colors for the dots? Pause label. These are all style. Breakout dots. Breakout dots. Plot top thickness. Breakout down dots. Line address SMA. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to do this in wealth charts. I'll find out. I don't know what we can do. I thought, where's the parameters? Dot labels, direction, candle colors, show dots only. Christmas label. These are all Christmas stuff. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what they did on the on this thing. I got to ask them. But the easiest thing to do, Columbus Day trading like any other day, do we recommend? We're probably going to be pretty quiet. I mean, the market is open. Click on the color box, everyone says. Yeah, but where's the color box? Like here. Are you saying click on this? But that's the SMA color. That's not the dot color. I don't know, guys. If you guys know, let me know. What screen am I using today? It's blurry. Is it blurry for anybody else? It looks pretty sharp for me. How is my screen, guys? I'm trying to be as sharp as possible for you guys. Is the screen good? Are you guys able to see everything nice and clear? Give me a yes on that. Personal clutch. Somebody says sharp, somebody says blurry. Wow, that's so weird. Slightly blurry. Yes, fine for me. It's blurry. Half people are saying it's blurry. Ben says make sure your local resolution is HD. That means you're talking about the people, for people, this is to the people who are watching me. Let me see how I look. I look okay on, I'm just looking myself at the other screen. It looks fine to me. Let me see if I get big. It looks sharp to me, guys, on my own screen. So make sure that your own resolution is, as Ben says, make sure your local resolution is, you have to do HD. You have to do your own personal resolution in high definition, because I'm broadcasting in high definition. You can't make out the words in it. The words are Christmas, basically. Gear on the bottom right for settings. Okay, let me see if I can show this to you guys. Let's see if we can. Okay, so I'm kind of, it's very meta. So where am I? Where's the gear? Oh shit, I don't know where the gear is. Report. Oh, here it is. Gear settings, guys. Quality. It's automatic, but you want HD. Make it HD. Okay. See that? Change that to HD, and you should have high quality. Do you guys see that? I just changed it on YouTube myself. Now I'm going to take this off because I don't want to bother everybody. But everybody got that? That should be pretty sharp. Let me see if it's actually working on me. Is it sharp? Pretty sharp. I'm seeing myself. It's coming in. No, it's pretty sharp. Okay, it just gives it a second. Okay. Everybody says it's quite sharp. All right, so it's the best I can do. Tony says much better. So Bob says much better. So you guys, when you're saying much better, you changed it to HD on your own thing, and now you're able to see it much sharper. Is that correct? Please confirm, Tony and Bob, so I know exactly that's what I need to tell people. Okay, so that's what the Peter kind of confirmed it for me. Okay, so that's the game plan, guys. Thank you. Thanks for fixing that. All right, let's see what gold is doing. Let's see where we're at. Gold, okay, possible setup now. So here we go. We got $1.27 on the chart. This is a setup I really like to take. Positive trend, positive slope, purple dot, right? Now, the next trade after the purple dot is a green candle, so it's above the moving average. If this holds, we got to go long, because this is telling us it's a continuity trade. The market wants to rally the gold higher. So I actually want to go. Let me go into the one. Is it the 160 account? Let me see if I can go into the 160 account. Yeah, well, we'll trade. We'll make this trade this as the gold account for now, and see what we can do here. 42 seconds left. Candle's got to hold. It's got to stay green. It's got to stay above the moving average. It's got to give us all the stuff. We actually 9:30 market is open. So obviously Nasdaq we're gonna ignore for a little bit, but gold we can trade because it's not going to be as affected by the Nasdaq market open as we are. 18 seconds left. I'm waiting to see if I could have the opportunity for this trade. 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm long the trade, and right away it goes against me. Where am I? What's my 409.2? 40? Ooh, Jesus, goes right against me. Buy market. Now, wait, what happened? Why did I buy this? Oh, it's really slipping against me. Okay, so let me see if I can. I have a second order here underneath the 109.2. And it's not, it's, okay, so now I filled the limit order. Sorry, it's super fast, man. We got to move this around. Okay, now I'm offering on this. My sell stop is going to be underneath here. Just moving my sell stops. Basically, I took a second blended price over here, and now we're trying to get out over here at the 408.09 on the dip. Stops are underneath the lows over here. If it breaks the lows, then trade is wrong. Probably shouldn't have traded the 930 because I guess gold is just as volatile as Nasdaq. But let's see how this trades out. This is where we're at. So here I am. Here's the price. We're in at 408.06. We got to get out at 809. Let's see if we can get out of this trade. And maybe not. No, this is gonna take me out. It was a complete rug pull. Okay, fine. So this trade reversed very badly, and now we'll look for the opportunity to the short side and see if we can reverse the trade to the short side. Well, that's good. That's an interesting way of trading. Friday is a time where we kind of share various execution strategies. That's an interesting execution strategy. Obviously, my strategy depends on candle close. This is not a short because the slope is still green, but it's turning red. So if it closes on a red slope, this is going to give us a reversal trade, and we're going to try and trade it the other way. $1.27 on this. So it was a complete rug pull. We sort of ran through the 410s, and then the market just decided to dump everything on gold. So we'll try to work our way back out on this trade if we can. I should learn my lesson to not trade 930, whether it be gold or Nasdaq. That's fine. How's Nasdaq doing? Ooh, Nasdaq popped here. Would make Nasdaq the 159 trade. Great thing about well charts is you can kind of just preset everything yourself. on this. Nasdaq is actually worth trading now that we started to expand our range a little bit. And I'm watching Nasdaq here because as long as the candle stays above the moving average, I actually want to be long this this trade. It's a positive white candle. All right, I'm going to be long here. So I'm long here. My stop should be actually underneath here. And let's see, where's my position? And that got done very fast. You see that got super done super fast. And this was a great example of what I like to do, which is positive burst, a retrace down, but stays above the moving average. I bought it, trades perfectly fine over here. Meantime, gold is back to being positive, back to being positive, like completely reversed our move. And now we wait exactly like we did in Nasdaq, and we wait to see if this candle can hold above the moving average, and if it can, we'll go long. And if it can't, then obviously this is another rug pull. But this looks to me like this was the rug pull, and this is the the continuity trade in gold. So I pretty much want to be long gold here if it stays above the moving average, because it tells us that the move is up. Yep, the gold was just a total rug pull. We got completely dumped out on gold, which is fine. Lesson learned to never trade 930. I got 48 seconds left. Let's see what we do here. $34 seconds left. Looking to to scalp this out. Again, let's. While we're waiting, we absolutely need to have the price hold above the moving average and stay green. All right, I'm long gold here. Position is at 12.7. Ooh, and I want to buy 11.7. And I bought 11.7 on the retrace. Now I'm just putting my, God, it's hard to. And I got everything done. And sorry, it's so fast, guys, that it's hard for me to narrate and trade. So again, the Dubai protocol, which is the setup that I trade, is I'm buying this. If it comes back down $1 against me, I'm buying a second unit. The whole thing has a stop underneath here, and I'm trying to and I'm targeting out a blended exit price. Because this is such fast movements right now, I don't have time to narrate it while I'm doing it. But you can see, boom, 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 this trade resolved, and we're back trying to recover some of this trade value after we got clipped on this particular trade. So that's how it goes. It's a super consistent way of trading. In fact, I've had pretty much all positive trades, and what happened to me here was I got clipped into a rug pull. This, the only reason this account is lightly negative this morning is because of this rug pull. But let's see what we can do for the rest of the hour. One of the really cool things about how fast and how volatile gold is, you basically have to make this assumption that you have a reasonable chance of 3 trades per hour, right? And assume that every trade resolves. That's a $300 hour. So you have 10 hours. It's a $3,000 day. Obviously, you're going to hit some losses during that day. So not every hour is going to be positive. But if you think about how effective the trading is, it only takes you maybe about an hour to recover, the loss that you have. And because you sort of assume that it takes you about an hour to recover it, let's imagine you trade 3 or 4 hours, 1 hour for recovery, 2 hours for profit. That's where you get like next net 500, net $600 in a very, very clean fashion. That's how you want to be thinking about it. Gold right now is just really obviously very, very crazy. Look at the movements here. So you have to be a little bit wary of all this volatility, and you can get definitely whipped around. But none of this would have put you into danger. Although, I mean, these are really seriously interesting rug pulls that we're seeing. So we'll watch it a little bit more carefully. 10 to 40. I mean, ticks is 10 to 40 somewhere. My setup is a 1040 auto stop, and then I adjust it. Okay. All right. Gold trying to stabilize a little bit. Slope is green. Candle is green. Trying to this 410 level, obviously creating a lot of vol around the trade. Let's see where it goes. My vibe says, I don't know. I don't have any vibes, honestly. I was going to say vibe says it looks like it's sort of hitting this brick wall or brick ceiling above the 410s. But, we'll let the price action tell us what it wants to do. We don't have any white dots. We don't have any green dots. So we don't really have any direction for the time being. How's Nasdaq doing? Nasdaq actually looking pretty strong, ahead of U of M, right? So we have U of M coming up in 20 minutes. Let's see if that has any impact on anything. Good morning, everybody. We are live trading with my DOTS indicator, which is available for both the wealth charts and for TradingView platforms. Today, we're trading wealth charts because wealth charts has an amazing discount deal with Apex. If you have about basically maybe 24 hours to lock in super cheap prop accounts. Today I'm actually trading all my evaluation accounts, 159, 160, 161. All my funded accounts I'm leaving alone just because the evaluations are so cheap. I'm trying to run them into funding status over the next couple of days. We'll see how that goes, and just basically add to my funded accounts, and then we'll trade the funded accounts next week, and then we'll also have the opportunity next week to trade the CPI numbers, which will be on Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that with you guys. The other thing I was going to say to everybody that, now that it's Friday, it's kind of a chill day. First of all, ask me anything Friday. Whoever is new, whoever just wants to ask me any questions, just post any random questions on trading that you may want to have. But a couple of thoughts I had that I think are really interesting. Like, why gold? Why am I trading gold so much now these days? Well, obviously it's got a huge amount of volume. Volume is what creates volatility. Volatility is what makes profits, right? But also, if you think about this, gold's notional value has gone from, let's say, 3,000 to 4,000, right? So 1% move in gold is 40 instead of 30, right? 40 instead of 30. And when that happens, it's like an extra $10 of movement. And remember, all we're doing is targeting $1. So if, let's say, the average movement in gold is 1%, that's a $40 move on a 4,000 versus a $30 move on 3,000. My point being is every point higher in gold makes our scalping profits that much easier. It's much, much easier to hit 1 point profit when something moves 10, 20 points in an hour than when something moves half a point in an hour, right? So that's the key. The update has been given to the coaching students in last night's coaching video. It's attached as a PDF. in that particular video. So if you have access to the coaching archive, which everybody who's in coaching should have access to, the most recent video, which I emailed out, in that particular lesson plan, there's a PDF that gives all the setups. Okay. So what am I looking for right now? Much as I like to, play around the long side, I really don't have a setup because I really don't have a, I actually do. I take it wrong. If I use this white dot, let's go. We're going to buy this. We're going to use this white dot as our trigger point. We're going to use the fact that the candle is green and the slope is green as our structure. And we're going to be at 12.8. And now look at this. I'm dying. See if I can buy. Okay, I'm in at 11.8. That's my target. Oh, God, this is so slow. I can't move these things around. So I'm moving my targets. My blended price is 11.8. I'm looking to get out at 12.8, and my sell stops should be somewhere around here, underneath the candle. Let's see if I can, clean out this trade. Whereas my sell stop should be underneath this green candle over here, which is pretty much where I'm at. That's the logical stop on this thing. But gold is really just fucking me around. I was gonna say I really should be triggering off this sell candle. Now, I always forget how shitty Friday is as a, especially in front of the event. Fortunately, the accounts are cheap, and maybe if I'm going to burn this account, it's not going to matter much. But clearly I'm off. I'm off base on both of these trades because the trigger that I should have been going for should have been this red one. Like, this is the trade that's correct right now. I'm actually going to get out. I'm going to flatten out on this trade, get out on this trade, and completely reverse myself to go the other way around because the purple dot gives me a red dot to the downside. The slope is to the downside. It's really a sell trade right now. So I'm short. Now, completely reverse myself. The buy stop should be above this high over here. And my entry is 609. And I want to be at 800 on a blended price if I need to be there. And if I don't, this is going to resolve myself. Right. Cancel all. So now I resolve myself. I got it back a little bit, and I'm sort of, correctly traded. This was an incorrect trade. And, my fault. I really wanted, I was looking for the most recent trade was a sell signal. We were looking for the confirm candle. I should have been doing this instead of like forcing myself to do a buy trade over here. It's good. Good lesson for you guys to see what you should not do. Anyways, I reversed this. We got this a little bit back. We'll refocus on the account in a bit and see what it wants to do. Nasdaq has got nothing for us at this point. We got 10 minutes in front of the news, so there's really no need to trade this in front of the news. We're just gonna have to wait patiently, and it's probably the same thing with gold. Yeah, if you use join, bid, join, ask, you definitely am I gonna, okay, so it's like a lot of questions here, guys. Okay. I'm probably gonna do both, GC and NQ, yes. Now that I have my accounts, how do you pull up the charts? I don't know which charts. Refine your question. I'll be happy to answer it. You found out if you use GS, save one tick, which with scalping method is I use. I know you may cause some misses, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, I mean that's always the trade-off. So I kind of make up for it, Christopher, by first entry is market, the second entry is limit, right? So the first entry is at the at the entry price. And then if it retraces back against me, the second one is the limit. That's sort of how I do it in terms of blending the price. You knew you need the indicator via wealth charts. Also, I wanted to ask about, we use, the top take profit and stop losses are dynamic, Gilbert, as you can see. Those answers are going to be for coaching students. So you can come for my coaching and get it. Did you purchase the coaching product? If you purchase the coaching product, that's how you would get the indicator. What does the orange Christmas label? Great question. The orange Christmas label, which you see over here, means that the length of the candle is bigger than our maximum stop, which is 20 points. And what that tells you is this is a high volatility breakout. And if you want to trade this candle, or you want to trade this setup to the long side, you need to be able to trade it with larger stops and targets than our default prices. So you would need to trade this with a 15 target and a 45 stop in order to be able to fully accommodate the volatility that's happening here. Okay, this is just tells you, it's a volatility filter that tells you this is a really big breakout candle. It will require a lot of risk in order to be able to participate in the trade. Okay, and as you can see, we turned all the way down, very, very clean. Trading the most recent dot is where. What did I do here that was wrong? I oriented the most recent dot was a sell signal, and I went back to the prior dot, the buy signal, trying to force myself to create a buy setup, and I got my head handed to me. Good mistake to learn from. I just taught myself a bad market pattern, and that's what I try to do. If you bought the wealth charts, Bob, you would just simply log in with the password that you bought in. Now, if you guys want, well, everybody who's a wealth charts customer, I'm gonna hang on a second. Let me find you. I'm gonna give you a very, very simple way of doing this. Hang on, just bear with me. I gotta go find this. Paul, here it is, Paul, right? Okay, hang on a second. Okay, so if you guys, I'm putting this into chat for everybody. So a super easy way to just get the chart and the layout that I have is to import my gold layout and my Nasdaq. There's two types of layouts, so you each, one for each layout. So what you would need to do is copy that thing, go into the hamburger menu, go into layout menu, and say import layout, and literally just paste the value that I gave you. Paste the value that I gave you, and if you have the indicator, it will automatically create the layout for gold using the gold value, and then in another tab, you can do the same thing for Nasdaq value, and you'll have both of those layouts. All right, we got 5 minutes before the news is opening up, so we are just putzing around. Not doing much. Waiting to find a new setup. I made one tactical error, which I made two tactical errors today. So we're going to learn from those errors. Friday is kind of always an error-prone day. But the tactical error I made, number one, was trading 930, which was, I thought you could trade 930 gold. That was stupid. I got clipped over here. And then the second error I made was forcing a buy trade, even though the most recent signal was a sell signal, right over here. That was the really, really big issue. So let's see if we can do better as we go. Fortunately, I did reverse myself because when the true sell signal confirmed itself, I shorted this, and I made money. But we're definitely behind the 8 ball this morning on this particular account. The other account has done really well, and that's climbing. I want to do about $400 per account per day. So this one is pretty much always a target. This one's going to take a long time to work its way back. And then we have a third account, which I haven't even traded yet, the 61 account, which I may do after this, after a couple of trades here. But let's wait for the CPI. Let's see what it wants to do. All right. Any other questions? This Ask Me Anything Friday. Come on, guys, hit me with anything that's on your mind. Oops. I nearly spilled my coffee. The most important part of the process here. So the other thing that I think is worthwhile about what I like about cheap accounts is you're not going to get emotionally upset when I really do have a negative signal here. You see, this is a purple dot followed by a red dot. Very tempting to take this, but I really shouldn't do it because it's we're in front of the news. But this account is kind of already down, so I don't really care. Let's do this as a process trade if it holds. And what we're gonna do, because by the time it happens, it's gonna be so fast. I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm going to sell this on the close if it stays red dot. And I'm going to put out an order 1 point above my entry for a blended price if I need to. If that hits, then I'm going to adjust my stops and targets. If it doesn't hit and it just simply goes straight to my target, then great, I'm done. And if it disappears like now, I don't have a setup. So I have 43 seconds left. The red dot has got to stay in place in order for me to be able to trade it. Good. So Personal Clutch says he likes the layout. That's all works out. Great. Perfect. Can you show how to import again? Yes, I will as soon as we try and do this trade. Let's manage this trade, and then I'll show you import export very, very quickly. Sell market, 7 seconds left. I know trade goes away. Let's see. I'm waiting for the close of this candle to see if it really sticks. Yes, it does. Okay, I'm short here. Where's my position? I'm in 96.1. I want to sell 97.1 if I need to. So I'm selling 97. It's super slow. I don't know why it's so fucking slow today. I think I need to refresh all my charts. But here I am at 96.1, waiting for either the price to hit or for it to retrace. I'm obviously, playing Russian roulette against the news, because if the news could wipe me out completely. But this account is kind of on fumes anyway. Okay, so the account, good. This got done. I'm going to cancel everything. And you know what I got to do, guys? Before anything else, when I notice this happens with my account sometimes, we're going to refresh. We're going to completely refresh the wealth charts, reload them, and hopefully that's going to give me a much faster cleaner, because it tends to get a little sticky. Log in. Okay, so this is my standard layout, but what I want is my gold layout. So I'm going to go over here, layout menu, recent layouts, and I want to go Boris Gold. I just discard changes. And we clearly went down. And it's a good example of when you have good momentum trading, it becomes super easy. So I want to go to the 160 because that's the one I've been trading, right? And 160, and see if we can get that back up to 50,000, before the end of the day. We got 1 minute to go before the news, so there's absolutely no need to trade anything else. Here, I want to refresh this one as well. Refresh this tab just to make sure that it's nice and clean. And here's U of M, minute 22 in front of the U of M. Let's see how good or bad it does. 159, log in. The 3 lines is where you get all the main menu stuff. Drop down, and we're going to go to Nasdaq. And that puts me into a nice clean Nasdaq mode. And now we're going to wait patiently to see what the news is. 30 seconds left on the news. Yes, Amir, I'm putting the link in right now. This is for you, my friend. Use this link, and then email me a note when you're done, and I'll be happy to set you up. Don't trade dollar CAD, Tony. Oh, it sounds like you're not enabled. I don't know. Are you part of coaching? If you're not part of coaching, you won't have the indicator. You need to be part of coaching. If you want to be part of coaching, here's the link to sign up. 55, not bad on the Michigan. Let's see what gold wants to do. Gold is kind of gold is definitely giving up the 4,000. So, you know, if you guys think about this, what's going on over here? Gold is really, really having this big fight on the 4,000 level, right? And today is kind of an interesting day. You know, we tested the 39.65, which is the low today. We ran back up through 4,000. It really could not get past through this 410 level. So is this the beginning of a pretty serious Friday dump, profit-taking dump? Could be. We're happy to see that happen if the price action confirms. So for us, what we want to do is want to be looking for the short setups that would occur if this indeed is the trade, right? One of the most, one of the more natural setups. I mean, if we want to be very, very specific, we want to trade only the first red dot. But today it's Friday, and if we have a thesis that this is going to be a short trade, we can sell this too. So I'm going to show you. Oh, no, it doesn't give me a. No, it does. Okay, it ends up on a red dot as the final part of the candle. So I'm going to show you again how and it just gets done. I don't even have the position got done super fast. So I didn't even have to play the retrace trade. I just sold this on a dot, and it just completely got done very, very fast to the downside. So that's fine. It's not a traditional setup that I want to do, but if you're sort of continuing to trade with trend, this is a great way of looking around at it. I think there's probably going to be more extension. I think we might actually begin to test the lows here. If we take out the 65, it's very likely we could go to the 50s as a support level. But from here to there can take a while. So we'll let it be and see what it wants to do. Nasdaq in the meantime, what's Nasdaq doing? So Nasdaq is positive bid, right? We can trade Nasdaq here with our standard protocol. Nasdaq is positive bid, meaning the 8 is above the 200. but we have this sell-off that is either a reversal signal or just a great entry for a possible, cheap buy. What's going to determine one or the other? Where this candle lands. If this candle stays red underneath the moving average, the slope stays red, we're going to be looking for further weakness and try to sell that weakness. If we suddenly have a burst of buying and the slope turns green and the candle turns green, well, that's a good indication that the buyers want to take it higher. But it looks like Nasdaq also is doing a little bit of distribution here. Oh, you expected that a bracket wouldn't work for the 250 accounts with 20 contracts. You needed 18K, but you got it. What did you do, Ben? Walk us through your funding trade. Walk us through your funding trade. Tell us size, entry, and how many points you needed, and what did you trade, Nasdaq or gold, and how did you get the 250 funded? Okay, so we're watching Nasdaq here, as I was trying to tell you, and again, we don't have a setup, but we have two possibilities. Either this is a great value proposition as it starts to find support at the 200 SMA, and in order for that to be true, we would need the candle to be green and the slope to be green. So it may take us a couple of candles to kind of see stabilization, or this is a reversal move and it's going to start dumping. And if we get a red dot over here, we're gonna sell that as a reversal continuity trade, right? So we can. This is the beauty part about dots, is we can trade both sides of the market as long as we have intelligent confirmation of what's going on. Gold, in the meantime, just continues, as I said, to probe lower, and I think I do think that as a trend structure, it's going to it's very likely to test the lows at around the 65 level. So we'll see. Nasdaq, no movement, nothing much going on. You look for 40 points NQ, 40 points or 40 ticks? Oh, is that 40 points? Did NQ just dump off of this thing? 86. I guess you got the 40 points on the U of M. Good for you. Yeah, good for you. That's what News Straddle is all about. It's basically just taking a well-timed guess. That's what it is. It's a well-timed guess. It's obviously not the way you're going to get paid out, but it's a fast way to get funded, and it's fun. Changing to current futures contract on wealth charts literally just simply means typing in the contract name and the month name. So if you want to change to Nasdaq, it's Z, which is the December one, and then choosing it, because it'll be the first one that comes up on the thing. Just start typing when you're in the chart. Okay, look, Nas, maybe a play for us here, as we're clearly turning positive slope off of a sell-off, but a positive trend move. So if this holds, we're going to get long, and we're going to put a stop underneath here against the lows and try to manage this trade to the upside. Why did I trade Nasdaq, not Dow Jones? Because we're trading futures, and Dow Jones is not a serious product on the future side. Nobody serious trades Dow Jones. I'll show you in a second. All right, I'm going to long this. So I'm long now. Where's my position? Where am I in? Okay, I'm in at 52.75, right? I want to be a buyer at 47.25, whatever, like right over here on a limit entry. My sell stop should be underneath here. And actually, did I get, where am I? Okay, I got filled on the second one. Oh, God. I truly, truly hate this. I'm moving this around. Okay, we're going to move this around. Sell limit over here. Sell stop over here. I guess it's easier to move these things. I find it very, very hard to move this on the ladder. So I'm at 50. I'm at my blended price is 50. And what I really want to be is actually at 53, 53, 54. Let's see where I can be here. Let's see if I can get this resolved. And my stop is underneath this candle. So the idea is we had a big breakout. We have a retrace. This very often happens in the breakout. And then hopefully we have the continuity to the upside to help us resolve this trade. So I'm at 50, and I'm looking to align this. There we go. Now I'm aligned at 53. Let's see if we can get this done. Wow. Typical Friday price action. This is why, Friday is always the day we don't trade a lot, because it's just one step forward, two steps backwards usually. But I'm sticking to the process because win, lose, or die. I'd much rather be true to the process than try to start doing cowboy trades and extemporate. The process is there for a reason. Trying to see if we can lift this out. And we finally got done on this trade. Now we go 400 above for the day. And now, very, very important, I leave this account alone. It's to my target. We can go back to the 161 account, and play around with that one if we want to. And then come back to gold and see what gold is doing. So gold is interesting. So here's gold, gives us a interesting possible reversal trade here if this candle holds. And the reversal trade here, as I read it, is we have the white dot, the reversal buy signal, slopes turning green, and the candle stays green. If that's the case, we can try and trade this account to the upside with a stop right underneath here. So let's see what we can do with gold here if this holds for us as a potential trade. But it's got to absolutely hold the moving average on a closing basis in order for me to make this a viable trade. All right, good. So I'm long here. Where's my position? I'm in at 96.1. I'm going to buy. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm 95.4, right? This really, really comes back against me. I'm just trying to put myself into a trade and move myself over here to the stops. Gold really, really fucking me royally today. But, I'm in at 95.4, really just trying to escape this trade because it just went against me, but it should. And I actually did manage to escape this trade. Not a pretty trade, but managed to get myself out with a small profit, mainly because we had just really serious dip to the downside. Gold is just really, really testing me to the downside. As a matter of fact, had I held it, would have been a great trade, but it was just such a big vol dip. And the moves here, actually, I'm just looking at the moves here. The problem is, oh, look at this. Look at this. Now it's really, really starting to move up. So what do I do now? I got 37 seconds left. If this thing becomes a white dot candle, that's a legit trade for me that I want to go long. Meaning that, we're going to make fresh highs on a closing basis. I'm going to use this as a stop and hope that there's more continuity to it. But there isn't. It just, gold is really, really trading up and down on the vol side. And now the slope turns red, and the whole composition of the trade becomes much less attractive on the long side. Michigan consumer was a little bit better than before. It's already old news, so there's not anything of interest for us on that. We're just what's really, really important right now is the fact that gold is struggling to hold the 4,000 and facing pretty serious profit-taking flows. And because it's facing these profit-taking flows, we're looking for an optimal position here, maybe to the short side if it maintains. Gold is just really, you can see the tug of war at this 390 level, right? If it holds, we may come back and make another run to the 4,000. If we start reversing over here, I think it's very likely we go much lower. So we're just waiting to get a good signal on this, if we can get that. Gold is good. Asian session couldn't take New York last night. Couldn't take what? Take out the highs, take out the lows. Again, gold is holding above this low. That's the natural kind of support level, but it's really not providing a lot of comfort for us on this trade. It needs to stay above the moving average. The slope's got to be positive. It's really not. It's kind of weakening out. So slope is positive, candle is red. That's not a clean signal. We just simply wait here, wait for more. Low was above that. Oh, the lows were above that. So you're saying that we're holding the lows for now. That it's more bullish than it is bearish, basically, is what you're saying. You're probably right. Why is gold not moving? Because there's a big battle between the bulls and the bears right now, trying to see who's going to win what. So gold is actually starting to show its hand, right? The bulls are starting to take control. We're getting another white dot over here. Slope is green. They're trying to run it to the 4,000. This candle holds in any way, shape, or form here. We're gonna have to go long because that's going to be a natural signal for us with a stop underneath here that there's more continuity to the upside. So we will we'll trade that to the upside. $54.55 seconds left. Pretty big burst, and we actually took out the 4,000s. Right? Let's see if we can hold it anywhere near there. This again is going to be, one of those follow-on trades where we're going to go long and buy the dollar down if we have to, and then try to manage the trade with a stop underneath here. Um, 9 seconds left in the trade. Okay, long. The stop is actually got to be really, really big here, underneath this candle. So, and the where's my position? I'm in at 401.3, so I got to be basically a buyer at 400. But it actually gets done. So I don't have to worry about it. The trade goes back up. And what I want you to see is I'm rebuilding this account from a pretty steep loss. And that's the whole point of like trusting the process. Yes, we took some big hits here, mostly because we made bad execution errors. It wasn't that I took bad beats on my setup. I took big hits on poor judgment, which happens. That's why you always have multiple accounts. But once my judgment became better, once I started to trade my setup, it starts to rebuild. And is it possible that by the end of the day I'm going to go back up to the 50,000? It's reasonable. It's totally possible. So the most important part is just for you guys to see that when the process is followed, it generally results. It provides good results, right? Back to Nasdaq, which is much quieter and slower here. It's consolidating around the 200 period SMA, right? It has this white dot move here. It's not a bad idea for us to try to trade this. This is a new account, the 61 account. So what will we do here? Will we trade this to the long side with a stop underneath this white dot? But this is actually a super small trade, right? What's the high here? 41. Oh no, it's 22. This is 22. Yeah, that's okay. Relatively reasonable. But two things got to happen here. This thing has to hold the green line. So it's 8-9 seconds left. It's kind of teasing us. I really want to make sure that it holds the green line before I want to go long here. Okay, it does. And I'm long here. Where's my trade? Oh, I'm in 59. Oh, guys, sorry. This is the problem I do with this account. Oh, sorry, guys, I really fucked this up. God damn it. All right. I'm going to flatten myself out to flat and then just change myself. I was in the wrong account. Over here, I need to be in the 161 account. And I'm going to try and buy market in the 161 account here, which is where I want to be. Okay, here's the 161 account. So I want to be here with a sell stop over here, and in at 33, and my target is 38. So that's where I'm sort of, floating around here on this fresh account. So again, when I'm trading with you guys, I'm managing a couple of different accounts. Sometimes I'll forget. This has to align. 61 and 61 have to align. I basically made the wrong trade. This is a 59 account. I just took that trade, it broke even, and reestablished the same trade here in this account. Let's see if we can hit our target here on this fresh account. 450. There we come on. Almost there. And we're holding the stop underneath this low here. There we go. And we're done. KZ, how do you get the account from this? I believe you bought, right? So I gave you a refund, and you can use that refund. Sorry, you can use that refund with this discount code. Let me give you the discount code. You use this discount code over here, and with this discount code, you can literally buy 5 with the money I gave you. So that's what I would do. I would just get 5, so you're in good shape, and you'll have lots of accounts to play with. One of the things you notice, by the way, that you guys may find, this is a key thing that we teach in coaching, is if I'm trading an account like this 59 account, I'm actually butchering a little bit, but generally what I would do in real life is, if I'm losing a trade in one account, I immediately go to the next account and run that account. Today, I'm sort of trying to run, as you can see, the 60 account. No, what is it? The 59 account is almost at $500, which is above the 400 where I want it to be. This one, 61, I want to run this one to about 50,500. Every day, I want to run an account, each account at plus 500, right? So imagine I have 4 or 5 accounts, then each one of them gets bigger. Now, occasionally, one of those accounts is going to be, hang on a second, guys. Occasionally, one of those accounts is going to be hit, and that's fine. You can't win on every single account, but imagine if you're running 4 or 5 accounts and 3 or 4 of them are moving towards your target, towards your payout target. You're doing great. That's the whole idea of running multiple accounts and being able to distribute your risk. The advantage of that, of course, is that you don't take one account and destroy it, and then take another account and destroy it, and take a third account and destroy it, because that happens very frequently when you get into a bad trading cycle, either psychologically or just execution-wise. You tend to fall into a very, very negative loop. But if you break that loop by going to a different account, it makes it a lot easier to not only to recover the original account, but to make profits in all the other accounts. It's one of the key things, one of the great things why trading with Apex and Wealth Charts is so good, because I have 5 accounts for the price of 1. And that really, really makes my chance of success 500% greater than just having one account where I'm trying to butcher it to death. Does that make sense to everybody? Oh my God, everybody's calling me. Goodbye. Give me a yes if you're vibing me on that. KZ, is that clear? Yeah, Tony. That is okay. You should never do that. Okay. Tony just put up a comment saying he's getting a lot of slippage trading Trade of 8 through TradingView. You should never, ever, ever do that. Trading directly from a chart in TradingView is literally the worst thing you can do. TradingView is a beautiful platform with gorgeous charts, and never designed to be an execution platform. What's happening in TradingView is that you're trading through TradingView. It's passing that signal onto TradeEvade. TradeEvade is then passing it on to CME. By the time everything comes around, you have massive slippage. So the way you should trade when you're doing TradingView and TradeEvade is you should always you should have a separate tab for TradeEvade, and you place your trade on TradeEvade. Always. TradeEvade is where you manage all your trades. It's super fast. TradeEvade is great. That's what it's good for. Wealth charts, of course, is beautiful because everything is integrated in one thing. You just, it goes fast in, fast out with the charts on the thing. But with TradingView, TradeEvade, you absolutely have to divide your execution from your chart label. What's good, once you're in a trade, you can move stops and targets on TradingView with relative ease. But as far as entries, you should never enter using TradingView because you will get hurt. You will absolutely get hurt on those moves. Okay, so here's an interesting way to understand and read the chart as it's developing. We have a purple dot telling you a reversal, candle. We have a red dot, and you would say, "Oh, Boris, this looks like it's a reversal signal." Now, somebody who's looking at this chart, tell me why this is not a reversal signal. What's missing from this information here that does not give us any confidence that there's more downside price action just yet? What's missing from here? Those of you guys who kind of familiar with the thing. Trend line, no, not trend line. No, guys, using the indicator KP wins the chicken today. The trend is up. The trend is up. That's correct. Oh my God. Who is this guy that's calling me? Hold on a second. Let me just put him to voicemail. Okay. Yes, the answer is the slope is red. Excuse me, the slope is green. It's not even giving us any reason to consider a short, and the candle is green. It's completely opposite of the direction we want. When we want a signal, we want everything to be red or everything to be green. And if we don't have that, we don't go. Okay, that doesn't make sense. You should have one single tab for TradingView, which is logged into TradeEvade, and that's it. And then a separate tab for TradeEvade only. Okay, that's how you should be doing it. I'm happy. Today we're just trading wealth charts because the discount is so large. But I'm happy to show in coaching, or next week when we do a little bit of TradingView, TradeEvade, how to set up this properly and show you how I trade this. Okay, in the meantime, we got to buy in gold. Okay, we got a nice clean buy in gold. We got 28 seconds to go. We're going to go long this thing with the stop underneath this white dot and a second entry if we need to in our account. We're still going to just nurse this 160 account for our purposes, right? I could go into my 161 and try to grow it, but I kind of want to nurse this one, because I have a soft spot for, for poor kittens. This is like a poor kitten trade. Okay, long here. We're in, where am I? 304, and I want to be at 204 on the second entry. And if that happens, that's fine. My stop is underneath this candle. And let's see if I can, if I need it or I don't need it. So we did take out the 4,000. So let's see if we can just, run it higher. Market clearly, wants to see if we can go higher. And boom, boom, boom. Come on, right there. We're done. Come on, get me done. Oh my God. We're not off. There we go. We're done. Okay, so now I'm going to cancel all. And now, I've nursed this back pretty much to only 500 down, right? And that's the way you do it. But again, this was clean, classic dot trading. Everything was in our favor. We had the slope, we had the white dot, we had the positioning. I took it. Although as I'm looking at this right now, gold is for sure tormenting us. Like, if you didn't have this properly done, uh, you would have been tormented on the downside. But, also I got to tell you, this is a sign. This is really a sign. When I see this kind of price action where everything sets up and then we immediately reverse everything, this is a very, very strong sign that we're topping out, that we are going to see like a 200-300 point correction in gold here. Because what this is all showing you is that no matter how much the bulls try to run it, as soon as the bears have a chance to pounce on them, they do. These very, very sudden, sharp reversals are super indicative of volatility and further downside to go. Let's see if I'm right. So now I'm going to watch this. We obviously have a sell signal now, right? A nice clean sell signal to the downside because everything reversed. And if this thing holds as a red dot, we have a clean sell signal on the trade. We'll have to see. It's still, the bulls are not giving up, but it's clear that, every rally that they're making, the bears are selling them lower. They sold them at 410s. Now they're selling them at 405s. So the grip on the upside is weakening. Like the sellers are like, yes, give me the price and I'll sell you hard. Steve Roy says he's eating chicken tonight. Very nice. I'm so glad you're eating chicken. Sandy is explaining the trade of 8 stuff, which may be the issue. You only want to do like one login on trade of 8. I'm assuming you have one login on trade of 8, the same login on TradingView. That's how you should be trading. If you try to complicate things, the software is always going to glitch out. All right, we got 37 seconds left. Is this going to be a sell signal for us? Let's see. Let's see what gold wants to do. $26 seconds. Again, the trade here is going to be short on the close with a stop above this candle. And a second entry at 1 up if need be. Hey, Christopher, I think I'm gonna play your game and say join ask. Let's see if I can get. All right, now I got join ask, which means I got a better fill than I do at market. And look at this. And Christopher, I had a feeling when you have a large volatile move, like doing the join ask kind of works. So again, now we made another $100. Now I'm recovering it back up. And I don't know if I have time today because I got to do a million things. But if I had time today to trade for another hour, I'm pretty confident I could bring this back up to the 50,000 after just butchering this account. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that this account is not up, 400, 500. The other account is up 100, and it'll be, it could be up more. And that's the beauty of it. Even if you have a horrible day in one account, doesn't mean you have to have a horrible day overall. That's the thing. And if on a good day, what I really want to have is a great day in a couple of accounts, and then maybe just break even on that third account. Dave says your chart updates are not in sync. No, it's not common. I mean, Dave, what are you using? Are you using TradingView or Wealth Charts? So you have multiple logins. That's why. That explains it, Tony. Using well charts 2 minutes. I don't know why you would have a difference. You should have real market times. If you're saying that, oh, look at gold, man. Holy shit, gold really recovered, huh? Big pop on gold. So white dot, but no green slope. So really not a trade on gold. So the bulls are not quite giving up. It's really interesting to watch this battle here for us and try to navigate it as best as we can, right? But we're dodging a lot of bullets. We're dodging a lot of bullets in gold, and in some ways, it's kind of good to be trading this, this puppy account, because this is a very volatile day in gold, where it's a matter of inches whether our setup works or not. We don't have these nice, clean, smooth continuity moves where it goes 10 points beyond our exit. It's literally going to our target, then reversing right back out the other way around. So watching this trade, seeing if the slope gets a little bit greener, candle gets a little bit greener. Yes, 21 seconds left. Looks like they want to run. They held the 4,000. They want to run it more. So we're actually gonna go join bid. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna join bid. We're in at 302. We're gonna put ourselves at 202 on the second entry. Why is this? There we go. And if it works, it works. If it comes back down and we get to adjust, we'll adjust. And that got filled again. So cancel all. And guys, I like showing this to you much more than showing winners, right? The way a strategy is good is not that it's that you can win on it consistently. Any strategy that's in sync with the market will win. The greatness of a strategy is if it can come back from a loss, right? And that's what I like showing you. I like the fact that I'm showing you how I'm coming back from a loss. I'm basically up about $800-900 off the bottom of my loss, in just being very, very tactical, very, very clean, very much in sync with my strategy. So I think this is a better lesson in some ways than, we had a great account on one, we had a pretty decent account on the other one. This one got butchered, but as butchered as it is, I'm fighting to bring it back to break even, and that's an interesting strategy. I mean, it's a much more interesting, it's a much more nuanced and interesting point for everybody to do. Having said this, though, it's brutal. I mean, the gold price action right now is very brutal. It's one up, one down, one up, one down. And if you're not swift, if you're not quick in your entries, you get chopped out. And frankly, if I wasn't just kind of using this account as a demo of like the best examples of techniques, I probably right now would leave the gold trade altogether. It's super choppy. It doesn't have any kind of continuity that gives us a lot of confidence. It's really, really hard. I still think that the dominant trend here is to the downside, just because they're capping everything to the upside. But every time they bring it to the downside, they race it back up, like just race it back up before they meet sells, right? This is and this kind of very, very bipolar at price action is exactly what you want to avoid. This is where the big trend moves tend to kill people, because big trend moves will then devolve into these very, very, very choppy, highly volatile, highly bipolar moves. And the most important thing is to recognize, this is not yesterday's market. Today's market is much worse for our trading, and probably not worth trading. In many ways, you could say that Nasdaq is probably like a better place to go because it has smoother price action for us to be able to trade on, right? So it's interesting to note these things and understand the nuances of where things go. One interesting thing that's happening here, by the way, I got to show this to you. So what's happening right now is a setup that we really, really like. And this is not a common setup, but when it does show up, I do like to trade this. This is the Christmas tree setup, the double Christmas trees. Am I wrong? No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I have a middle I have a Christmas tree in between. This would have been if we had two consecutive red Christmas trees, it would have been good. And by the way, that's actually a good signal for is there a trend or isn't there a trend? It's only when we get two consecutive Christmas trees in one direction or the other direction that you could feel relatively confident that there is a trend. I'm going to do join ask here just for shits and giggles and see if I could, make the trade here. Where am I? What's my position? I'm in at 97.9. I'm going to try to put myself out at 98.9 if I have to. And try and trade this and see if I can make this a little bit more. Stretching this out so you guys can actually see this a little bit better on the charts. My stop right over here. Underneath here, yeah. One. How to set up bracket orders in wealth charts is very, very simple. You go into strategy setup. You go to multi-bracket setup and just, I use quantity 1, 10 ticks, 40 ticks. I name the strategy gold. I save it. And, that's it. And then I just simply choose from a drop-down menu into the strategy. Okay, sorry. We got done on the second trade. And we just got... I completely, while I was talking, the second and the first lot got done. You see, like the whole trade, this was what we call the Dubai protocol, where I entered in the first trade. If it retraced $1 against me, I took a second position, and then I moved myself to the original entry. Boom, that traded. And now I'm literally $200 away from 5,000. This is when I was $1,100 in the hole. And I think that's much more impressive than, showing you I can be 1,000. I can be $1,000 up, of course, in any of these accounts on any given day, right? But I think the really true testament to how good the process is if you can come back from $1,100 in the hole. That's sort of like, the strategy. Boom, boom, boom. We're really starting to now, as I finally said, the sellers finally starting to get control of the price action. So hopefully you guys like this. This was a really, really fun choppy Friday where we survived a lot of very, very close calls, stuck to our process, and brought this one account back from the dead while managing to make profits in the other two accounts. So yeah, I'm glad you guys you saw everything on the chart and you saw how it goes. So Black Mamba, does that answer your question on the multi brackets, how you set that up? Everybody else who's, I haven't even talked to anybody who's new in the room here, who's not never seen us trade. Hopefully you guys liked it. We did it literally, I think, about 20 trades today. I totally lost track of all the trades we did today. And literally the last 10 trades have all been winners. Just all been winners because we came back from this. Christopher, thank you so much for doing the join, ask, join bid tip. It really does make a huge difference. So here's where it gets interesting, okay? It may still be a tug of war. It may still be a tug of war. But what you're seeing here, as I'm looking at the chart here, is the sellers just can't bring this down, right? They test it, and the buyers come in underneath that 4,000. They keep buying it. It's really, really going to burst one way or the other. And remember what I said to you, a really good indication of whether it bursts for real is the double Christmas tree setup. If we get 2 green Christmas trees in a row, you're going to have a lot of confidence this thing is going to move back up above 4,000, maybe back up to the 420s, 430s before the end of the day. If this thing just kind of dies and we start printing 2 red, this is the first Christmas tree. If we print 2 red Christmas tree in a row, we're going to start busting this down, and then the target is going to be 3,900. So right now, nobody seems to dominate. We're at a stalemate, and you can see this, clearly on the charts. And we're just trying to do the best we can with the stalemate. But what we really want, obviously, is one side or the other side to really take control of the price action, because then our trades become a lot easier. Yeah. Great. And the NQ bracket would be the same thing, but you would be just doing different ticks. For NQ bracket, I use 20 ticks, 80 ticks, 20 ticks target, 80 tick stop. That's my initial levels, and then I adjust them as the candles go. Okay, guys. All right, great session, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Really, really a lot of fun. We will trade. Monday is going to be quiet, so I don't know how much price action we're going to do, but we'll definitely trade Wednesday CPI on a straddle basis and have a really good time. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you, Miguel. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Everybody enjoy. I'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.